laptop cooling fans. Do you really need them? Let's take a look at a few options and see which performs the best, or whether you're better off without it. So let's get started. So for the test conditions, I've got the ASUS TUF Gaming F15 laptop, which is FX506HM. I'm going to be running AIDA64 by stressing CPU and GPU at the same time to get the worst case scenario temperatures and performance. And then I'll be taking a note of temperatures and GPU frequency as well as CPU frequency. So let's look at today's contenders. Number one is this black and white table cooling pad with a pen holder and all that. It comes with two small fans that can be powered using the USB port hidden underneath the unit, and you can angle it up to 32 degrees to raise the screen height if you need to raise your laptop to eye level, which I've done here. The second option is this cool black TechCom cooling pad, which is also fairly old design, which comes with a large fan, single fan, and has this mesh metal in a plastic body. The third one is this cool new minimalistic design that holds up your laptop while being very minimal and portable, and it also comes with a carrying pouch. And number four is no stand or anything at all, just plain on the desk. Let's see how the numbers look. Just to let you guys know, I ran a stress test using AIDA64 by checking stress CPU and GPU and then monitoring the temperatures using MSI Afterburner. Let's start with number one. The white dual fan one was running 93 degrees Celsius on the CPU and 86 on the GPU, and the frequency was roughly 3684 and 1702. You would think two fans would be better than one, so let's look at number two, which is the black single fan one. So the black single fan one, we look at the CPU very similar to what we saw with the white one. The CPU temperature was sitting at 93 degrees average and GPU temperatures was 86, so pretty much similar. But what's interesting is that GPU was running at 1777 MHz, which is roughly 80 MHz over what the white version was using. I think the mesh on the black fan helped a bit, although surprisingly the CPU was running 100 MHz slower on average at 3584 MHz. So that's interesting. Number three, we've got the angled cool portable stand on which the CPU at max load was running at 90 degrees Celsius without any fans because it doesn't have any, and the GPU was running at 85 degrees. While the frequency of the CPU was 3684, which is similar to the white dual fan results that we saw. But interestingly, the GPU was running 100 MHz higher while maintaining the same temperature on the GPU or lower, so 85 degrees instead of 86 degrees. Those are the cooling fans. Now what if you don't have a fan? What does this test results give us for no cooling pad? Well, in that case, you have the CPU running average at 96 degrees Celsius. That's really hot and close to throttling as well as just shutting down, period. And the GPU is running at 86 degrees Celsius, which is also close to the 95 degrees C TJ max for the GPU. The frequency wise, we're running at 3584 on CPU, so not too much throttle going on there, but the GPU is heavily throttling at 1657 MHz, the lowest among today's results. So what can we conclude out of all this? Well, if you have no fan, it's better you can get even a basic stand that raises your laptop up to an angle so the vents underneath the laptop can take in fresh air. And the results were very surprising to me because the higher the angle, so for no fans obviously we were at 0 degrees, with the single fan we were at 12 degrees, with the white dual fan we were at roughly 32 degrees, and then the new portable stand I just showed you, the silver one, on that we were running at 37 degrees, which is the steepest you can get to your laptop without it feeling like, you know, a vertical interface. Also, there is no mesh or anything blocking the vents on the aluminium portable stand, so you really are getting fresh airflow without any resistance from any surface that's beneath that, which is the case with the black one where there's a mesh, and with the white one where there's just cheap plastic all over. So do you really need a stand for your laptop? The answer is yes. If you want 6% better temperatures, about 2 to 3% better performance, and stable performance without thermal throttling, I highly recommend that you get a simple stand that raises up your laptop that doesn't have any back thing blocking your vents. Anyway guys, smash that like button if this video helped you. Consider subscribing and dinging that notification bell just down there. You can check out my other videos right up here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!